everybody, my name is Ashley, this is the Raspy Dispatcher, and welcome back to yet another video where we talk about everything you need to know when preparing to apply to become a dispatcher. One thing we have talked a lot about and gets mentioned often, especially when talking about Criticall, is the need for you to have the ability to type quickly and accurately in order to be successful in this pre-employment process as well as in the job in general. So today I'm going to introduce you to 4 of my favorite websites that you can use when trying to practice your typing skills when preparing for this process. And did I mention they're all free? So let's go ahead and get right into it. So number 1 is going to be typelit.io. So that's Tom, Yellow, Paul, Edward, Lincoln, Ida, Tom, dot, Ida, Ocean. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the actual website, typelit.io. So you guys can just kind of see before going and checking it out yourself what the site has to offer. So it is pretty basic. Again, typelit.io. And again, it is a site that has a bunch of different books, novels that you can type in, essentially read, while you practice your typing. So let's take a look at, this is The Great Gatsby. I picked, go to chapter 1, and it simply lets you type it. It is definitely more grammatically correct, so it wants you to type your capitals, your grammar, wants your grammar to be correct. And in the Criticall test, that doesn't matter. It types as if you were in dispatch, which is all capital lettering. So you wouldn't have to switch in between lowercase and uppercase or be grammatically correct when doing your dispatch test. Just an FYI. But also in the top corner, it'll tell you the page number, words per minute, and the accuracy of your typing, just so you can have a feel of how you're doing while you're reading this. Number 2, typing.com. Pretty to the point, right? This website has great beginner steps all the way up to those who are more advanced and more seeking the career aspect of the typing, of their typing abilities. They have a free login that you can make for yourself, which I went ahead and did for the sake of this video. And in here, it has a lot of different ways that you can practice your skills, a lot of different lessons, a lot of different games, a lot of different tests. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so next up, like I said, is typing.com. Easy to remember. I'm going to go ahead and log in here. I created an account just so I could be able to kind of show you guys the user aspect of typing.com. All these sites have free options. I'm sure they have paid options as well, but I didn't dive into those. I've only looked at the free stuff for you guys. So beginning, intermediate, advanced, all different types of levels, teach, tech readiness, career prep, coding essentials if that's your thing, also reinforcement. So different ways, different styles to really work and practice your abilities. Also measuring your speed and accuracy up top there. So let's take a look at this one, intermediate, just the first one to show you what it looks like. So again, when you're working for a Criticall and you're dispatching, it automatically goes in all caps. So no need to worry about that, and we shorthand. But for the sake of the test, you're going to want to be really familiar with the keys. So again, it tells you your typing speed, your accuracy, and gives you a little kudos, pat on the back for being successful in completing it. Also, it has the options to do tests, as well as, again, those games I mentioned. They're fun, they're a little more interesting than just typing like the previous screen. Number 3, TypingTest.com. Site's very similar to Typing.com. It offers straight typing tests, lessons, and games in order to practice your typing skills. The games are pretty fun. And not everyone likes the game aspect, but it makes a mundane process a little more interesting. It's not exactly exhilarating to practice your typing skills. So finding these free games in order to practice those skills, but kind of trick yourself into thinking you're not practicing those skills, I think is a great way to learn. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at TypingTest.com. All right, and here is TypingTest.com, third website. Right off the bat, you have a typing test that you can take. It offers typing courses as well as different types of courses, tricky keys that people get stuck on. You can practice those. And these two next tabs are games, games to practice your typing. Typing game zone, more games for you there if that is the way you like to practice your typing abilities. So I'm just going to start this typing test real quick to show you what the format looks like. So pretty similar to the last website. You type and it gives you the accuracy, words per minute, and things of that nature to help you understand where you're at in this process. Last but not least, number 4, and I'll tell you a secret. It's my favorite. It's going to be the PracticeTest.com. Now, when you look at it, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the last two sites had. It doesn't have that fun font, that colorful background. It doesn't have that vibe. But don't let that discourage you. I believe this site is super beneficial and extremely helpful for the task that we are trying to accomplish. We are trying to accomplish passing Criticall and moving forward in our dispatch journey. This website will certainly help you do that. Why, you ask? It's because it has so many options and they cater specifically to the Criticall test. Let me show you. All right, the last, final, and my favorite website, the PracticeTest.com. And here's the reason it is my favorite. It has this wonderful section, Pass the Criticall test. And that is what we're here for. That is what we're all about. It has multiple sections geared specifically to help you dominate this test. A lot of you tell me you have issues with VIN numbers. It has a VIN number data entry test. So let me show you what this looks like, and they're all a little different. This is straight typing VIN numbers. So just like you would any other test, you're going to type the VIN. If you're working on VINs, just keep it in cap locks. That's the format of a VIN. And you go through and you get used to switching from, the phonetic to the letter. And you just practice that. And of course, it highlights when you're wrong and yells at you if you type too fast. So it also gives you data, words per minute, accuracy, like those other websites, just very, very specific to what we are trying to accomplish. Another section that I thought was very, very, very cool is the data entry. A lot of us aren't used to working in data entry or in a mask. For us to be a CAD mask where we would have to input our caller's information, and it gives you a practice test that does just that. First name, last name, address, phone number. So you can get used to filling out data into a mask rather than just typing. So again, a great website to use. Like I told you, it doesn't have all those bells and whistles as the previous site, but it has specifically geared tests that you are going to really get a lot from when preparing for the Criticall test. So there you have it. 4 websites that I think are excellent in helping you practice and prepare to dominate your Criticall test. Now, like I said, every site's a little different, has a different vibe, so find the one that works for you. And if you find another one that you think is better than all these sites that I listed, leave it in the comments. I'd love to take a look at it and share it with everyone so they can get the opportunity to practice on that site as well. So go out there, practice, and practice some more. And then come back and tell me which site you thought was your favorite. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. And of course, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and stay raspy. See you next time.